After a 2-week trip cruise, I got off the ship and felt like I was still on the ship. And this feeling stayed with me over a full summer, and it got worse as the summer went on.
How was that feeling?
That feeling was a swaying back and forth, like you're trying to stand up in a rowboat. It's a very unsettling feeling. You're off balance. Everything that you thought you could do physically suddenly is not possible anymore.
Did you have it in certain situations, or was it there all the time?
It was there all the time, worse if I got out of breath, or changing positions from sitting to standing, from lying down to standing. That positional change often made it worse. Or out of breath, a long walk, going upstairs, things like that.
You did a lot of tests. What did the doctors say?
What did the doctors say? That they checked if it was with my ear, and my ears, and it was not. The neurologist was worried about any diseases that I might have contracted underway. They said after doing an MRT that it wasn't that, so it was a brain thing, and I was given different drugs to take, one of them very strong, a drug for epilepsy that made it far, far worse. The other things that I was given were motion sickness drugs. Really, no one knew what I had or what it was about, and couldn't really help. And so my niece found you.
So we were here now for 12 days.
Yeah.
We did a lot of treatments. What came out? Or how was this dizziness swaying when you came at a scale from 0 to 10?
On a scale from 0 to 10, the dizziness when I arrived was a 10, or a 10 plus, as I like to say, because I already said that it was a 10, and on that day it was worse. I had ridden on a train and changed trains and a taxi and walked, and I barely made it here. I felt very off balance, very, it's a feeling of you're not inside yourself. It's a vertigo feeling, if you'd like to say. You can't feel, and you can't feel your feet. You can't, you're just walking in air.
In these 12 days, we did a lot of treatments. What was helpful?
The breathing technique exercises. Oh, my Germany. The eye exercises, and we did some very practical exercises. One of them was that I liked almost the best because it's something I really could do. One of the phenomenons about having this is if you're riding in a car, on a train, in a plane, on a boat, you don't feel it. You're fine in those moments. So one of the therapists took me over to ride on the escalators in the department store. And we rode on the escalator. On the escalator, I was absolutely fine. I could serve drinks, dance, stand on one leg, hop up and down. We get to the bottom and I take one step off of the escalator and my whole world tilts to the right, usually, and I lose my balance. And she holds onto my elbow and says, breathe, use your exercises, close your mouth, breathe through your nose, keep your focus, let's go again. And we did this 20 times until I could step off the escalator without falling over. So that is a great example of the help that I got.
When you look back, you had a 10 when you came. How is the vertigo, dizziness by now, after 12 days?
The dizziness has gone down, I would say, on the average to a 5, because it still hops up when I change positionally or if I'm out of breath. I forgot something this morning and I had to run back and get it to be here on time, and all of a sudden everything was turning again. So the trick is to stay slow. Okay. Well, for the time being. But I did have some great success in that sometimes I'd walk down the hall and feel nothing. And I didn't notice it until afterwards. So, and I thought, oh, that's grand. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel. These things, the exercises are working. I can tell they're working. I can use them while I'm out walking around. And yes, the whole thing's been...
Do you have something what you can do at home? You know the exercises?
Yes, I'm completely set up with exercises. I've written them all down. One of the girls even sat with me and watched me write them down to make sure I would write it down, which is very true and very good. Each member of the team here gave me something different to do or something that they saw about me personally. I got some very personal exercises to do, from nose yoga to what would we call it in English, the line video where you watch the lines, which has also helped quite a lot. So I feel like I'm well ausgestattet in German, and see, when you don't speak. If I can't mix both languages, I'm lost. Okay, that's terrible. But yes, I'm very well prepared to go home and be able to
okay.
to end this. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.